What's up, everybody? Welcome to After the Final Whistle, a football talk with John and Montel. All right, welcome to episode number 25 of After the Final Whistle football talk with John and Montel. There's our little banner there. Um, I'm Montel, co-host is John. How you doing this week, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Got some time off from work this week, so gonna take advantage of it. How about you? How are you this week?
Not too bad. Still kind of taking in the new role I started a couple weeks ago, so not much new on that front. I guess we can roll right into it. You got anything for the injury report?
I got a little bit. I'm sure there's some that I've missed, but um, can't get all of them all the time. But the biggest one is Dak being out. I want to say 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put him on IR, which okay doesn't make sense, but it's the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Um, Kamara seems to be trending to be out this week with his, I want to say it's rib injury. Um, Godwin had a hamstring injury last week and he's out. And then Pittman is questionable with a quad injury that he got in practice a couple days ago.
Was that Mike
So he may or
Pittman?
may not play. Yeah,
Mike, okay.
which kind of sucks for me in fantasy, but it is what it is.
Uh, Yeah,
Hope it's nothing serious and he gets back soon.
you live and you learn too. He's made of glass.
Right. And then I know Elijah Mitchell was put on IR, so he's out at least 4 weeks, but I heard he's out 8, so we'll see.
Yep. The as a fantasy owner for him, it's 6 to 8 is what the ESPN report said. So you're right on the button. Put him on IR, I guess.
I have Jeff Wilson for you, sir.
Nah, man. We already traded once. That's my max.
uh, what about you? What news do you have this week?
Um, Not a bunch of news this week. Just some interesting facts after the Thursday night football game. And there's some other stuff. So after the Thursday night football win over the Chargers, Pat Mahomes is now 22-3 against his division since he became a starter.
Dang.
He's ripping the AFC West apart. Another not odd, but cool fact is he's 11-8 when trailing by more than 10 after the first quarter. That's 57.9% win percentage for that. The entire league combined, their starting quarterbacks are 147 and 832 in that same situation for a total of 15%. So, uh,
Jeez.
Mahomes seems to be emerging into that dude. So, um, yeah, it was a good game. They probably should have lost, based on how bad they played. Pick six kind of sealed their fate. So, another.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, they really don't have anyone to catch the ball outside of Kelsey and the running backs.
Yep, and they don't seem to have a problem with it. 'Cause I think they're 2-0. So,
I mean, yeah, don't
playing,
fix it until it starts falling apart.
yeah. So Andy Reid, he moves to 235, 135 and 1, and he's the sixth head coach in league history to be 100 games over 500. So, just a very consistent dude. Don't know why Philly
Yeah,
let him go all those years ago, but they got a Super Bowl out of it.
right.
The Colts waived Rodrigo Blankenship after he missed a field goal to win the game against the Texans, and he also kicked a late kick out of bounds. So instead of it being a touchback, which is a 25, I think it puts it on the 40. So um, probably a game the Colts really should have won. It's the Texans. You remember when we were doing the draft episode, Texans need everything. So I just
Yeah.
don't know how you lost that. And some of the saddest news I've heard, he was seen on Wednesday, September 15th, practicing kicking field goals all by himself. And hadn't been picked up off waivers yet. So tough, man. I mean, uh,
That's the life of a kicker,
yeah, kids are like,
unfortunately. That was your ride or die a few years ago in fantasy too.
oh, dude, I think I took him like every year since he was in the league. I took him. I think it's like 2 years, and he won me a couple games. So I feel bad for the kid, but you get paid to do your job, and if you don't, you kind of see what happens. You get fired. So it is
Yeah.
what it is. So the Broncos have signed former Eagles and Vikings safety Anthony Harris. The Eagles let him go because he's kind of a cap casualty. He was really good in Minnesota for like a year. Got a big contract and wasn't as good as he was on that rookie deal. So I hope it pans out for him. I don't hate him for signing with the Eagles, even though I can't stand the Eagles. So um,
Right.
he's still a good dude. Um, so players of the week in the NFC, we have Saquon Barkley on offense. On defense, we have Uchenna Nwosu. For the AFC, we have Pat Mahomes and Minka Fitzpatrick. Um, I don't know. I'm just gonna be a slight homer here. Uh, Justin Jefferson had like 180 yards and 2 touchdowns on 9 catches. I don't know how Saquon got it, but whatever.
Probably because he's finally healthy after like 2 years.
Didn't fall apart.
Yeah. And I
Mm,
mean, I'll be honest, I saw the highlights. He looked pretty impressive
yeah, he looked
from
like
what I saw.
old Saquon. I was
Yep.
shocked. Let's see. Moving on to how'd it go in fantasy for you I guess last week.
Well, I know we talked about this off air, but we had very similar scores.
Mm-hmm. Was like
um,
exactly one apart.
and 1 point apart. If In the fun, just for fun league, I ended up losing. I think my team only put up like 60 points or something like that. I don't know how, but it happens. Um, but then in the money league, scored 170.82 points, won my week, and I had Cole Kmet give me 0 points.
Yeah, he was ass last week.
Well, I mean, they were playing in a flood, so
You're 6'7", dude. Make it happen. Like you're 6'7", run like a 4'6". Make something that good happen.
right, right. How about you? How'd you end up?
So I actually got invited to a third league this year with some of the people I used to play Overwatch with back in the day. So I
Okay,
got three updates. So I
okay.
in our money league, I won by 20 against the champion. I'm really happy about that. I'm sure uh you you know some of my feelings about that. I won't air my grievances on our podcast. So um in the league we play for just for fun, I won by point 0.4. So 0.40 is what the final win total was for that. And in this new league, I won by 6. So 3-0 this over the leagues I'm in. So hopefully I can keep up that winning streak.
There we go. There we go. I mean, 1-1, but in the more important one where, money's on the line, 1-0. So I'll take
Right.
that. It's good
Yeah.
to get off on the right foot in that one.
I just need to quit having slow starts in that one because I think the last like 3 years I lost like the first four and then crawled back to like 7-5 and get knocked out in like the second round of the playoffs. It's kind of annoying, but it's the nature of the game.
Yeah, I don't think I've won week one in that one in 2 or 3 years. So to finally get that off the plate,
Feels good.
hopefully I can keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Next we got our predictions from last week. So you had Bills at Rams, Chiefs at Cardinals, and Packers at Vikings. Let's see. So your prediction for Bills at Rams was Bills 38, Rams 35. The Bills won 31 to 10, so they put you at 1 and 0 for the week. You predicted the Chiefs would lose to the Cardinals 24 to 28. The actual score was Chiefs 44, Cardinals 21. So that's 1 and 1.
Yeah, and then let's just skip this one.
Oh no 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 no. We're no 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 no. We're not skipping that one. I predicted the Packers would beat the Vikings 24 to 21. They ended up losing 7 to 23. I will do you a solid, and I won't bring it up for mine. So that puts you at 2 and 1 for the week. So 66% off to a good start. I had Bucks at Cowboys, Steelers at Bengals, and well, sorry, Steelers Bengals and Packers Vikings. Um, I predicted the Bucks would win 38 to 31. They won 19 to 3. Uh, predicted the Steelers would lose to the Bengals 14 to 31. They won 23 to 20, so 1 and 1. And we already talked about the Packers Vikings game, so that puts me at 2 and 1. So my prediction was 21 to 27 in favor of the Vikings. So um, head head to head, we're identical.
Right.
Because I was getting my ass
Um,
kicked the first couple of weeks last year, so I'm gonna do better.
I mean, let's just say that at least in the Vikings Packers game in fantasy, I had the player that scored the only touchdown for the Packers. So
Who was it? Was it Dylan?
AJ Dillon,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say we talked about it. Can't defend the run, so
yeah,
yeah, that's I'm not ranting about that today. So we're moving on to week two. Um, you have Bucks Saints, Titans Bills, and Bears Packers.
someone to start off Bucks at Saints or Bucks versus Saints. Um, Fun fact: since Tom Brady has been on the Bucks, he has not beaten the Saints.
What?
Yeah,
He's had what, 4 tries? He got beaten? That's gotta happen at some
he
point.
he's oh no, however many against the Saints, and if he's without Godwin, seems like he'll have Julio and Mike Evans, but Evans has been garbage against the Saints.
Every
I'm
every
gonna put,
time he gets in the fight every time.
yeah, I'm gonna say Saints over Bucks.
Okay. What's the score?
Uh, uh, we'll say 17-13.
Oh, okay. One of those old school matchups. I like it.
And Titans versus Bills. I'm gonna go Bills. Just the whooping they did on the Rams last week. Um,
Ugly.
35-17.
It got out of hand quick last week.
Yes, it did. And Diggs should have had a second touchdown pass, but I'm happy with the one.
We'll leave it be.
Um, Bears, Packers.
Is it in Chicago?
I don't remember.
Let me look. Uh, nope, it is at Lambeau.
At Lambeau, I gonna have, because it's the NFC North rival. I'm gonna have to go with the Packers over Bears because Aaron Rodgers, quote unquote, still owns them. Um,
Got some stock in the team, right? Yeah.
Um, 21-10, and I
Hopefully
feel
he
like
doesn't miss Christian Watson this week.
I mean, technically, it wasn't his fault. Hit Watson right in the hands, and he dropped it.
Oh, I know. I've never seen such a harsh, like, death glare from a quarterback. And then he just iced the dude out for like 2 hours, didn't give him another pass. Yeah, he
Right?
was not happy about that shit.
No, he was not.
Let's see. So I've got Seahawks, 49ers, this NFC West matchup. Patriots, Steelers, and Vikings, Eagles. Okay. I'm not a Trey Lance believer, but the Seahawks are not going to be very good this year. Uh, I'm going to say even without their starting running back, the 49ers will win this one 24-21. Patriots, Steelers. It's always a good game no matter how horrible the teams actually are. Um,
If the Steelers didn't have what was it, like 4 interceptions last week,
oh, yeah, they should have kicked the shit out of the Browns last week, but they let them, or sorry, the Bengals, sorry, they let them hang in there, and I don't know. Joe Burrow threw like five, what? He threw 5 picks or some shit last week, didn't he?
4 or 5,
Or
something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
too many, and they should have won that game by 20. Um, so I think their defense is better. The one like X factor for me is Mac Jones. They've got the better quarterback, the better young quarterback. So, let's go Steelers 21, Patriots 17.
I mean, Mac Jones wasn't on the injury list anymore. He was a full participant, I think.
So that bodes even better for. I still think they lose. It might be 20-21 instead of 17, but I still think the Steelers come out on top of that. Um, Vikings at Eagles. I'm still pretty bitter about them stealing those like chairs at our stadium when they won that Super Bowl. Um, I'm gonna say this. Jalen Hurts is good, but he's no Aaron Rodgers. So, um, he's got more weapons than what Aaron Rodgers has, though. I think the Vikings probably score more. It'll be like 33 Vikings, Eagles 27. So it'll be a high game. I think the over-under is like 50 and a half. So,
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
they're gonna score a lot of points. Shit, but that's all I've got besides my trivia question. You got trivia this week?
I do not have trivia this week. I wasn't able to find something.
Great.
Um,
I did not find my original one. I'm still ticked off about that. But I've got one that you should be able to get because this team's pretty terrible. So what team has been an underdog for the last 24 games they have played, but somehow are favored to win their week 2 matchup?
the Lions.
Yes, Detroit Lions. One and done. Look at you. Killed it. Look, they just killed it. Great. Yep, it's the
Who
freaking
do the
Lions.
Lions have this week?
The commies, Commanders. That defense is
It's
scary,
gonna
bro.
be. Yeah, I
That
get
defense
that.
is scary. Yeah, I don't
But
I
you
don't know
have
about it.
Wentz as your quarterback, and then you have Gibson, who I loved in fantasy a couple years back, but he can't hold on to the ball.
Nope, that's why he lost his job. Oh, that Robinson kid's practicing too. You were telling me about the other day. Um,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Dude who got
forgot about
shot.
that. Yeah, he is back. Yeah, I'd still think he's still at the earliest couple weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you have him in fantasy, like even if he was back next week, I'd still wait a week to see his utilization.
Yeah, it'll be down. I mean, he got shot in the leg. I'm not giving him the damn ball. Yeah, but um,
Right.
that's pretty much all I've got this week, though. Nice short and sweet episode. You got anything else you want to cover?
Nothing that I can think of. So no, at this moment, no.
All right. Hey, well, you guys know where to find us. You can leave us a voice message with the link in the description. You can also send us an email with questions at afterthefinalwhistlepodcast@gmail.com. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts. Last week we added Amazon Music and Stitcher. There are a couple more out there, but I don't think anybody uses them, so I'm not going to mention them. Other than that, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in on Montel.
And I'm Jonathan. Y'all take care. Until
Peace.
next week.
Yeah, be easy.